Good question.
What up?
A good question that leads us into
friend?
who is your future face of the NBA then, my brother? Is it Ant-Man? Is it Luka? Is it SGA, JB, JT? Who you got?
That's a big guessing game, man. Who the future face is? All right, so let me ask you this: who's the face now?
I mean, most people would say LeBron. Still, or Steph.
LeBron,
one of the old guards going out. When I hear that question asked, I hear most of the people's answers are LeBron. Now, whether I agree with that or not, which I don't, that's what they say. So, what up, Flo?
Right. So you don't think it's Jokic?
I don't think Jokic wants to be the face of the NBA. I don't think he cares about basketball, to be completely honest.
Sure, but
so and also he has a language barrier that prevents him from technically being the face.
Is the NBA currently marketing him?
Yes, I mean technically, yeah, they have him in the new Hotels.com commercial. They got him in with the little pony, right, which cracks me up. But I also think the language barrier is an issue as well.
Okay, that's fair. Okay. So
I think
now,
that could be something. Go ahead.
Okay, so let's establish this. So I agree with you that LeBron is still the face, right? Last question before I answer your question, right? Last question. Whatever happened to when they was telling us Giannis was the face when he won the championship? Remember that?
Wow. Yeah. Not wrong at all.
I do remember that. Yeah, I remember when Steph and KD was playing together. I remember Steph winning 2 MVPs, and I remember Steph having a stretch where he was the face. And then when KD came over and got Finals MVPs, I remember him in a lot of people's eyes was like, oh man, maybe it's KD. And then he left and went to Brooklyn. And then next thing you know, Kawhi wins, and everybody was talking about, hey, Kawhi might be the king of LA when he came to the Clippers, and he might be the face.
Yes.
And that was short-lived. And then Giannis started getting MVPs, and someone said he was the best in the world, and he was the face. And my point is this: you see how it keeps changing every year, depending on who won MVP and who won the finals, right?
Right.
The face of the league is not supposed to change and pass the baton every year or every 2 years. It's not supposed to be. Right, so we could say we don't have a face of the league, and by that, then that makes LeBron de facto the face of the league because he's the only one who's stepping up to say he's the face of the league. So when he leaves, the new face of the league is probably going to be who jumps up and snatch it. It's not going to be Tatum because he's been playing phenomenal basketball for the last 4 or 5 years and making finals appearances and deep playoff runs, and he can't even get in the MVP discussion. The NBA has decided it's not going to be him. They're not going to market him, and he's not going to beg for it. He's not going to ask for it, right? So that you just said the same thing about Jokic. He's not asking for it. They might try to force it on him, but he don't really want it. So who that leaves? That leaves SGA, Luka, maybe Ant-Man, and then Wembanyama. Right, so Wembanyama is a little bit too young and behind. Though Ant-Man, he got some years to catch up with them. So I'm going to say it depends on who wins the finals this year. If Luka wins it, then he's going to be the face. If Ant-Man wins it, then he might be the face.
But you said JT can't be, so they could even be it if they lose. Then whoever wins the Western Conference Finals is basically what you're saying.
I mean, do you think if Boston wins it and JT plays phenomenal, then they might reconsider?
And then he comes out at the game they win. I'm the motherfucking man. I'm the man. I'm taking this shit over. I'm the face of this bitch. You know what I mean? I was about to censor myself, but I forgot I was on my own show and I could curse on it.
Yeah, he go come out after they win and say, I want my respect.
Do that.
Boston want their respect.
He ain't gonna do that, though. He gonna say about 5 words. I'm humble and appreciative. And he's just gonna walk
Exactly.
off. He's a great guy,
Exactly.
but he's quiet. I agree. You need to be more
Yeah.
boisterous to be the face of the league. Michael Jordan was a killer. He was a killer, and he had the personality. He had the, as the young kids call it, the swag, whatever, the competitiveness, the fire. He had the shoes. He had everything going on about him. Magic had the charisma, right? Even though you could even say Bird for the Caucasian side of the population, and me too. He's my favorite player ever. But he brought something as well that was a personality. You have to have personality, and I think the language barrier again. So I actually think Ant-Man is the future face of the NBA. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. We got one of our special guests coming in early, and we don't mind to welcome anybody in too early. So from I.O.W. Sports, Detroit Mel, what's good, my brother?
What up, dog? What up, dog? What up, Mel?
What's going on, man? What's good with you?
We got two Mels.
Same old, man. Working like a dog, trying to make $1 out of 15 cents.
Man, you ain't lying. I already know. I know too
$1
well.
out of 15.
For real.
My bad. I left you back there so long.
That's cool, man. I was enjoying
it.
it, man. Mel's the NBA expert, so I just sit back and listen to him all the time.
Well, y'all being so kind. Y'all being so kind. Man.
Y'all get the NFL, NBA. I just kind of sit back. I'm a football guy.
Mm-hmm.
Football right around the corner.
I know.
So who's your future face of the NBA and your finals pick, Mel? Who you got?
I like Ant for it. But like I was saying in the comments, I think what Mel was saying, I think it's two different issues. What I mean by that is that the face changing over and over again is a league thing. That's the league doing it. But I think like LeBron being the face he's the people's champ. That's the most popular opinion out there. So I think it's two different things that's going on. I think the changing all the time is what the league decided to push. Oh, this guy's winning, let's push that. Oh, this guy's winning, let's push that. But I think in general, the public looks at LeBron being the face. But as far as future face, I like Ant for it. I just like what he's doing. I like his game. I think Ant should be the future face.
What if Ant don't win this season? Well, you know what I'm saying? So if Ant don't win, that means either Tatum, Luka, or Tyrese won. So
yeah,
out of those three, if Ant doesn't win, out of those three, I don't think it'd be Indiana either. So that means either Tatum or Luka. If Tatum or Luka wins it, do you think it can still be Ant being the face?
See, now that's my point though, Mel. I'm thinking like if like to your question, if Ant doesn't win, I think the league will push Luka. But to me personally, I still think it could be Ant. Because it was Ant of his effect on the game. I just like what he's doing. And I think that what he's done for the Timberwolves, he helped them get over that hump. Because remember, they kept getting to that first round losing. And this year, he helped them get over that hump. Now they're in the finals. So I think he deserves to be the face. At least a popular, up there with that face. But I think as far as like the league will push Luka.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. So Jokic just lose it. I mean, he just got it 2 years ago. I mean,
that's your point earlier though, man. How they keep changing.
Yeah, that's true. That's what you were saying.
What does that say about this era? Like, is that a good thing that nobody can hold that title, or does that mean that this era has so many great players, or that means they don't have a player great enough as MJ and Kobe to hold it down? For five,
that's a loaded question, bro. That's a loaded question because
you look at
it culturally, why from a culture standpoint, the way this generation is like that back and forth, always changing, not standing solid on something. That's the culture of the day.
Yeah, that's true. Female be like, I like dudes today, tomorrow I like girls.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the culture. Now, if you're looking at it from a from my standpoint, I think that the league, for me, and I might be biased because I grew up watching it, that we have more stars then than we do now. I think that superstars, let me say that, superstars, I think there's a difference between great players and good players and great players. I think there's a lot of good players now, but not a lot of great players. Back then, I think you have more great players than you have good players now. And I say that could be my own biases because that's what I grew up watching.
That's fair.
I mean, first of all, whoever case that's wild. I agree, though. I agree. John Moran could have been, but he want to be out here flashing guns on IG Live instead. He said Ant-Man the face of the league, but Ja could have been, but he got his Usher Raymond looking daddy, can't help him but keep it business. So
that's my cousin, man. Shout out to K-Son, man.
Yo, that is hilarious. Shout out everybody that is tuning in. We love the comments. They're coming hard and heavy. So if I don't say what's up to everybody, I apologize. Flo, we're going live on your channel now. Please go ahead and hit that and stream. And let's go ahead and welcome in Clubber D, the Combat G, who is here with us as well. What's up, my brother?
What's going on? What's good?
I see y'all
joining in on the conversation.
So y'all picked the perfect time to do this show with the best game about to come on, but we'll let that slide.
Yeah. We gonna try to get it done in the next 30 minutes. So, who's your future face of the NBA and your finals prediction? And then we need your final prediction, Mel, too.
Oh yeah.
Face, I'll probably say Ant-Man. I mean, you look at it like this. He's marketable. Paul's, he has a good smile. People like him. His shoe is the best shoe. Everyone's liking Adidas again. So I think it's Ant-Man. He's marketable, and not to be America first, but he's American. He's easy to be able to promote. Jokic probably doesn't. Yes. He doesn't really want it. He's kind of like, he's here to play ball. I think they want him to kind of expand to the Europeans, but I think Ant-Man's the face of the league right now.
So can I ask y'all what y'all definition of face of the league is? Because I mean, when we say that, everybody probably got something different in their mind of what they think. What does face of the league mean?
For me,
go ahead.
Go ahead. Well,
no, I was just going to say you have to be a star player and you have to have a boisterous personality. That's what I was going to say. My bad, Mel. Go ahead. I don't mean to.
Well, I think that's when you say the face of the league. It's just like you're the person who they choose to represent the leagues. When they think about NBA, they think about you as a player. Now, I think what to O's point, that's more of the characteristic of that face. You know what I'm saying? That's what you look at as characteristic. But far as like who is the face and what is a face of the league, I think the face of the league is the ambassador of the.
Matrix got him.
I think NBA, I think that player. Because we go back to when people thought about NBA, you can go out the country. They always thought about Michael Jordan. They knew Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? And when Kobe was around, they knew Kobe. That's why you call them the face of the league, because they're the ones that people recognize when the non-basketball fans, the casual fans, think about basketball. They know at least those people. I think that's what the face of the league is. You have to be somebody that's a household name that if I only watch one game a year, 2 games a year, I know that player.
That's interesting. So I kind of agree with both of y'all, but it's a mix of both of what y'all said, right? So on one end, the face of the league has to be chosen by the league itself. So and when I say the league itself, this means that the NBA front office know that we need to market this player because either he's so good and he has that much of a draw, people are going to want to see him on TV. So his team is going to be on TV. His team is going to be on the Christmas games. You know what I mean? All of that stuff. So the NBA has recognized him as their face that they're going to market. And also as the players and the fans have also recognized that, right? But one way or another, right? So
Matrix got him.
Ooh, got him too. Man, the Matrix getting everybody right now. So who's your finals prediction, Mel?
I don't know. Mel done kind of tainted my opinion with what he said, but I still like.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, he's back. He's back.
Okay, my bad. Sorry about that. But this is how we knew LeBron was the face of the league. They go into the bubble, and they're trying to decide whether we want to march for George Floyd or do we want to go play in this Mickey Mouse tournament. And they was asking players was opting out. And I remember when they had that players only meeting, and I remember they interviewed Pat Beverly and they said, what do y'all do? What did the players decide? And he said, what did LeBron say? And he said, LeBron said he playing. He said, then we playing it. That's an example of the players recognizing him as the face. Right. And so you have to have examples of the league making it clear, players making it clear, and the fans making it clear. And they had to be a great player and all that stuff, man. So would they go to Luka or Jokic or Giannis for anything like that? They might go to Jimmy Butler before they go to any of them dudes. Not seriously. I mean, because
that's, you can see that because of Jimmy's personality.
Exactly. Right. And you need that, so I mean, and plus, man, we on American soil, man. If another thing like that happened and we trying to decide whether we going in another bubble or not, ain't nobody, we got a George Floyd situation going on. Ain't nobody going to Luka to ask him, man, hey, man, what you think we should do, man? Go march with these black people or no? Right. Ain't nobody going to go talk to Luka about that, man. They go all sit down and be like, I'm going to stay in my place. I'm from Serbia. I'm from wherever I'm from. This is y'all deal. Yeah. Right. So can a European player ever be the face? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, your cousin agrees with you. He's biased, but he says it has to be an American. I tend to agree. I think, again, like I said earlier, the language barrier plays a huge part. Even accents can be troublesome for marketing because sometimes I can't even understand what Jokic is saying in those commercials, even though he's funny. So it also has to be a superstar and an alpha. So we'll see who takes it, but it seems like the majority of opinion right now is Ant-Man. So really quick before we go to the next topic, Clubber D and Mel, Detroit Mel, what are your finals predictions since we already got the other Mel?
I like Minnesota, man. I like the way they play defense. But, like what Mel was saying, if they're allowed to play that defense, that's the thing. They're allowed to play that defense. I like Minnesota because they made Jokic look average when they was allowed to play. Yeah. So if they're allowed to do that, I think they match up well against Boston. If they match, what I'm saying? So I like to see that matchup against Boston. I mean, Kyrie and Luka is all Dallas have really to me. The rest is just like, I'm here for the ride.
Right. Hey, Clubber D?
So I got I'm going with Minnesota and Boston.
Wow. Okay.
I think the first game with the Pacers. I mean, Pacers just got a tough series with the Knicks, so they're already kind of ready to play. And you guys had a little bit of a break, and you guys have a tendency to play down to your point at least 1 or 2 games out of the series.
Agreed.
But I think next game you guys will probably destroy them or be up by like 20 or 30. It's just a problem with the Celtics. Tatum just seems such like a nice guy and very passive guy. He's not respected.
Yes, agreed.
He's very laid back. He doesn't have that oomph to him. You know what I'm saying? Like Ant-Man, he gonna dunk on you and talk shit. Tatum, he might just, he plays light skin. Okay, he's good, but his mannerisms are very just light skinish. So that's why you know what I mean? Very light skinish. No disrespect to anyone light skin, but I'm just saying that's basically how he is. His mannerisms. But he can hoop. So, but I got the Celtics and the Timberwolves. I think Dallas might get maybe 1 or 2 games, maybe 1 or 2.
So you think the Celtics win overall, though?
All right. So you got Minnesota.
The finals.
I got Minnesota going against the Celtics. But as far as winning, I say the Celtics will get it.
Yeah, and then Mel, you got Minnesota beating the Celtics.
Yeah.
Okay, and then man down, Mel, you got the Celtics, and I have the Celtics as well. Okay, 3 for Celtics, 1 for Minnesota.
That's because I think Minnesota go get hosed by Dallas. Saying, and Dallas not gonna be able to beat Boston. But if it was Boston, Minnesota, I might have to rethink that.
Yeah, no, and I kind of agree with you because of the fact that I think that this series that we're going to see tonight is going to a 7 games. They're going to beat each other up, and I think that the Celtics, like you said, will have an easier time with the Pacers, and that'll make it easier on them in the finals. I don't subscribe to the belief that people have of we haven't played anybody. Sorry, we played every team throughout the whole year at least twice. Maybe our playoff run hasn't been as tough, but we've proved already throughout the year that we are a championship medal team, so I am not worried at all, no matter what Flo or the rest of the Bottom Line Sports wants to say. Tony, what's up? Big Dog, Tony the Savant is tuning in. We appreciate you there from LOM Sports. Again, everybody tap in with all of our correspondents, Man Down Sports, I.O.W. Sports.
Tony is a hard worker.
Oh, man.
Good Lord, Tony. Jesus.
He be on YouTube. He be on YouTube like 24 hours a day. Now I know why he don't have his face up there all the time. Because every time I tune in, I just hear his voice. I'm like, you gonna put your face on there, but you can't because you're on there 24 hours. You gotta have no face at some point. So, but anyway, keep that work up, Big Dog.